introduction. My name is Clara Treberspurg. As you mentioned, I've been working for Vienna Energie since 2012. And in the last year, I was working on a citizen participation solar power on a solar power plant. And I'd like to give you a brief introduction what our models are and how they are perceived by the customers. First of all, about Vienna Energie. Vienna Energie basically means in English Vienna Energie. We are Austria's biggest regional energy supplier, and our core business is actually selling electricity, gas, district heating, e-mobility and telecommunication, but also we are massively investing in renewable energy in the last years. As mentioned, I'd like to talk about citizen participation and give you an overview about the models we had recently. So you can see my screen. Just for a second. So, perfect. In 2012, we launched our first Bürgerinnen-Solarkraftwerk, which basically means in English citizen participation model for photovoltaics. So it's like a citizen power plant. So far since 2012, we had 42 such solar power plants with over 27,000 solar panels and 7.2 megawatt power. That helped us to save 2,530 tons of CO2. And solar power plants for citizens are our main model, but we've also had citizen wind power plants, e-mobility participation project, and solar power plants with vouchers. So first of all, let me introduce you to the vision and the aim of those energy participation models. As mentioned, Vienna Energie is a regional energy supplier, mainly active around the area of Vienna. So that's pretty much a very urban area. There's quasi a lot of building going on. We don't have a lot of green fields where we can build solar power plants. So where we can build in renewable energy plants, so solar power is quite an important business for us. And for B2C customers, so business to consumer, we offer photovoltaic solutions for detached houses, something like everyone knows. You've got a detached house and you buy your solar system for your own roof. And since 2017, we also offer solar solution for apartment buildings. So if you've got an apartment building with lots of apartments, since 2017, it's also possible to supply renters in the house. But both solutions are only available for a very small target group because like Vienna there's a lot of building and a lot of flats in Vienna, so only a small percentage of people has a detached house, and also with this solar solution for apartment buildings, there's a precise building and technical restrictions. So you could say that for the business model we offer for those houses at the moment, only 10% of resident buildings in Vienna are suitable. So our aim and our intention was to offer a photovoltaic products to all citizens, no matter if they live in a detached house or if they by chance live in one of those residential buildings that offer the opportunity to have solar power plant. Exactly, and that's the intention of citizen solar power plants, that we've got a photovoltaic product for all customers, no matter where they live. And of course, it's important to us to offer something for citizens where they can support the Energiewende. So our product solution is the Bürgerinnen-Solarkraftwerk. Basically, what happens is that participants can invest in a renewable photovoltaic power plant. They benefit by an annual interest, which they get every year. And most important, everyone can take part in those solar power plants. And in particular, there are two models I'd like to introduce today. First of all, the participation model sale and lease back. That's the first model we introduced in 2012. We had that model until this year. I'll quickly explain what's happening. Basically, Vienna Energie, our company, is planning, constructing and operating a big solar power plant. It can be on a green field or it can be on a rooftop. Then we sell panels to citizens and customers, and afterwards we lease back those panels, and for leasing back the panels we pay citizens a yearly interest in money which they get for 25 years. So it's basically like an investment product. Here the key facts about the sale and lease back model. This was established in 2012. So back then, photovoltaic panels were more expensive, and that's also the reason why one share or one panel costed 950 euros. So citizens were able to buy one panel, maximum 10 panels, and then we would lease the panels back and would pay them 1.55 to 3.1 percentage interest every year. The number varies due to the project, due to the financial framework of the project. After 25 years, we pay them 950 euros back, and the panel is either not working anymore or goes back to into our asset. Participations are able to give the panel back whenever they want to after 5 years. Before 5 years, they had to pay a little fee, but after 5 years, they are always able to give those panels back. We started in 2012 and had a really good response from the public. Within 24 hours, we sold 2,000 panels. Yeah, and since then, we had 32 citizen solar panels. Yeah, that's a quick impression how we communicated the first citizen solar panel in 2012. I don't know if you know Vienna, but that's basically the statue in front of the House of Parliament. It's like a Viennese landmark. So the idea was also to get the connection to Vienna and create identification with solar energy and Vienna, so to get this connection. And the headline is solar energy for everyone, and everyone takes part. So that was the model we had up to 2020. In 2020, we introduced a new model with vouchers. The reason for introducing the new model was that, first of all, we had some legal opinions that since we are an energy supplier and not a bank, there can be problems by paying financial interest in terms of, also in money, because you need a bank license. And the second thing was that we wanted to pay this interest in energy vouchers so we can keep the value in the company. So instead of getting money every year, participants would get energy vouchers which they can use in the company. The system is similar. Basically, Vienna Energie builds a solar power plant. Then citizens participate by buying those voucher packages for 250 euros. And support the operating of the power plant. And after a year, for 5 years, participants get back energy vouchers or Spar. Like Spar is a retailer, and how do you say? Basically, like a food retailer. That's what it is. And they get back 1/5 of their investment, and then they also get back an interest. So, and this model is only for 5 years. So once they invest those 250 euros in vouchers, and we also did it there like that one person could only get 3 voucher packages, because the idea was to kind of spread it around the whole, around a lot of citizens, instead of giving a few ones the opportunity to buy 10 voucher packages. Yeah, basically after they bought those voucher packages, we invested the money into running the solar power plant. And after 5 years, participants either got back 52 euros, which is an interest of 3.2%, or if they were existing customers, they would get back an even better interest rate, so that their vouchers were 60 euros. The idea behind that is that we kind of want to do something special for our existing customers, and we want to strengthen brand loyalty. The voucher model was again launched with a big advertising campaign. We connected it, the connection was to a solar power plant in Unterla, which is still, or at the moment, Vienna's biggest power plant with 2 megawatts. And again, this campaign was a big success. We basically sold 5,000 vouchers within a week, and then in total 8,000 vouchers, I think within 2 months. Here you can see a picture of the solar power plant in Unterla, and that's what the campaign looked like. I don't know if you know German, but basically Sonnenenergie, ja bitte, means solar energy, yes please. So there was a big focus on solar energy. The campaign was well received because in general, like, people like solar energy, and it also created identification with that topic, and people were familiar to the topic. So that was a big success. And these are our 2 photovoltaic solar power plant citizen participation models. And that's something I'd like to show you as well. Basically, that's customer value. So what does a participant get, or how is the kind of product created? We've got 4 dimensions with price, product, place, and promotion. Basically, the price, the model is attractive because people get a higher interest rate than they would get on the market through investing into the solar power plant. Then the product has a lot of advantages, like, for example, that they get those attractive yield, but also people and participants invest in renewable energy. That's something that's important to everyone. No one is against renewable energy. So it also gives people a good conscience, a good feeling about their investment. Then we kind of sold those panels or vouchers only online via our website. And then we had, like always, most of the times, big communications campaigns promoting the project. Yeah, and at the moment we are working on new models. Like, our aim is with new models is to kind of move the product benefit from an investment product where a lot of attention is on the yearly yield or the yearly interest, into kind of have it like a bigger customer experience. We are hoping to achieve this by connecting the yield to the solar production. So basically, if the solar power plant produces more, you get more yield. So that's our idea. And the other thing is that we are doing a digital dashboard where customers can real-time monitor the solar production of the solar power plant. So that's hopefully coming out at the beginning of next year. Yeah, thank you for your attention.